Hello, everyone. Welcome to Good Night Meditation. Today, we are going to talk about detached and yet loving. When we hear the word detachment, it there is some kind of resentment we get from that word, isn't it? But if we really understand in the spiritual sense what detachment means, then we may be able to appreciate it better. And what are the benefits from detachment, we will understand that too. So, detachment just means that we are not being dependent on someone or something. And because we are not being dependent on someone for our happiness and peace, then in that state we are able to be truly loving as well, because then we are transcending the limitations that expectations bring. And in the spiritual context, one can be detached when one sees this inner being who's like a point of light, who's just visiting this physical world for a very short period of time. The moment we start to see this reality of the spiritual being, the being of light, then it is very natural to start feeling detached, meaning not being dependent on anything or anyone. And in that state, we will be able to truly express the love that we want to actually express in all our relationships, even with the self. So, shall we experiment with this uh, detached and loving state in our meditation? So, like always, we sit in upright position and just relaxing the body slowly and gradually, releasing all the tension. And we become aware of our surroundings. We accept our surroundings as it is. And we take this moment to connect with that inner being of light, the inner being of light sees like a detached observer the separation from the body. He sees his independence from the role that is being played. He sees that his world is different from the story world. He's able to just be a detached observer of the whole storybook, the physical world. In the storybook, there are many chapters, scenes, and episodes, but the detached observer, the inner being of light, is able to see the story as a story. He is able to zoom out from the storybook and zoom in to the real world, his true home, the home of light. In this home, there is absolutely no sound. This whole region is subtle and invisible. This is a region of love, true love, that is based on reality and truth. The inner being knows that he is just a point of light, and that each interaction he has with another is also in reality just a point of light. There may be many characters played by these points of light in the storybook, but the story is just a story. It is not the reality of the world of this being of light. This being of light knows that there is nothing that the story can give him. He knows he's beyond harm. He's aware of his eternal self and of his immortality. He is absolutely secure in his immortality. And with detachment, he can see the temporary nature of the story. His eternal reality is that of unconditional love, love that is based on truth. He's able to see each one as a tiny point of light. He's free. There is nothing from the story world that pulls him. There is no attraction in the story world. His reality is so beautiful that he feels full. From his eternal home. And for the rest of the evening, we keep an aim to be connected with this true home. And when we come into interaction with others in the story world, we see with detachment, yet loving attitude, each one's true nature. Thank you and have a very good evening.